Oh, I'm drooling already.
They're so good.
So good.
So good. Hi, I'm Meg.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Welcome to Plant Fit Meg. Welcome back. If you're new here, I hope you'll take a look around at some other videos. I make videos about plant-based weight loss, health, fitness, yummy, delicious plant-based food, and some family fun mixed in there too. We thought it would be a fun video to talk about some recipes that have really been game changers.
Things that have made our lives a lot more convenient in the kitchen.
Yeah.
We have some that we've developed ourselves that have made big differences that way.
These are recipes that we love, that are tried and true, that we've played with and made substitutions based on our own tastes. And they're recipes that we just make over and over, and they've really been helpful in either transitioning from a regular standard American diet to a plant-based lifestyle, or there are things that we found kind of later down the line in our plant-based journey that we just really love and really enjoy.
Yeah, they become like the staple recipes, like, you know.
Yeah, some go-tos. So we'll start with recipes that we have developed and that we really enjoy and that we have posted on the channel and on the website. We'll leave links for anything down below. So here we go.
Yeah, for sure. So I have never been a person who likes Brussels sprouts. And I think a lot of people can relate
I did not enjoy Brussels sprouts either.
A lot of people can relate without Brussels sprouts, right? So we do roasted Brussels sprouts primarily. And we have a whole different series of mixtures of spices that we put on there. And it makes them oh so yummy.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
And our son Riordan wasn't big on Brussels sprouts. I would roast them from time to time, or we'd have them chopped up raw in salads, which we still do. Mm-hmm. But after coming up with these different spice mixtures, they're definitely kid approved, especially there are two flavors that he loves more than one of the others. But yeah, we'll leave that linked below so you can check it out.
And you can do a whole bunch at once.
Yeah.
Many of our recipes we're going to talk about that we've developed are things that you can do just massive batches of, that it's easy and quick to do that with, and they keep really well as leftovers in the refrigerator. So which that's huge.
For sure.
Yeah.
In the very beginning of my plant-based journey, and if you've watched any of our videos, you've probably heard me talk about this before, but two of my go-to recipes in the beginning of my plant-based journey were, can you guess what they are? Our chili recipe and our marinara sauce. Those were two recipes in the beginning that really helped me out because I love chili, love pasta. I just removed the animal product from it, made it our own, and we've been loving them ever since.
Yeah, we make these things all
regularly
the time. Yeah, they're great, especially if you're in a climate that's cold. We're in Canada, so these can be great comfort food things, like chili's that way for me. Yeah. Right? And it's a social food too. Like people have chili cook-offs and stuff, so you can participate with your own version of a chili. And it's been huge. Yeah,
and chili's also so versatile that you can mix it up, add more spices, add less spice, add different vegetables. If you don't happen to have something on hand, it's not a big deal. It's, it's a very easy and an accommodating recipe.
Yeah, and if you're like me, who was a chili dog kind of guy before going vegan and plant-based, there's ways to still do that, which are awesome.
Yeah, we'll talk about an example of that a little later on. Yeah.
Another one that we do all the time, and if, again, you've watched any of Meg's videos, you'll have heard this. Oats are huge. Oats are just a massive part of our life. Different fruit variations mixed into the oats, different, cinnamon and other spices mixed in, and seeds mixed in, and all sorts of, baked oats and just normal oats and oat groats. And oh man, we oat it up around here.
Oat it up. We should make a t-shirt.
Yeah, that'd be great. Just like a big flake. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, we love our oats in this household. Our son Riordan eats oats for breakfast pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And he mixes it up with different fruit, and we often use frozen fruit just to keep it really simple. Add some flax seeds, some chia, some hemp, whatever.
It's a great way to get vegetables in the morning too.
That too. Yeah, we've been adding riced cauliflower to our oats in the morning, or we do shredded zucchini or shredded carrot. It's really yummy.
Yeah, some people really struggle trying to get those like good veggie nutrient style things happening in earlier parts of their day to give them, you know, that energy and that feel good move in the morning. And this one's definitely been a game changer.
For sure.
Yeah.
Another thing that we really enjoy and has been game changer for us is roasting our own potatoes, baking and roasting our own potatoes and sweet potatoes at home. We, before going plant-based, we were the queen and king of tearing open those
frozen French fries
packages, dumping them on a tray, leaving them, coming back to them, and enjoying them that way. And now we make our own fries. They're oil-free, delicious.
Spiced any way you want.
We mix up the spice mixture, or we just leave them plain so that we can dip them in whatever sauce we want. So whether it's something really simple like ketchup, or whether it's hummus or something else that we really enjoy.
We do sweet potato fries, potato chips, sweet potato chips. We do, like, you know, if you go to a Greek restaurant, you get that big puffy half a potato with spices on it. We do those too. Like, it's huge. And again, it's one of those things that you can do a massive batch of. Like, when we do it, we do like 3 baking sheets full at a time.
Of potatoes, yeah.
Because it just keeps so well. You chuck them in the fridge, take them out of a little Tupperware thingy later, put them back on a pan for 10 minutes. And it's like the good old days of ripping the bag, but with all the additional health benefits that we are able to accomplish there. It's great.
So we absolutely love all of our recipes that are on the channel and on the website. We wouldn't post a recipe without trying it multiple times. Lots of taste testing, lots of variations, really playing with it. So check out our recipes linked below. I'll try to leave a playlist up here so you can check it out.
Yeah. Sorry, if you guys have any questions about recipes, like, you know, we put something out and you're like, I don't get it, you can always leave it in the comments. We're going to try our best to obviously respond to those things. We're pretty good about it, so we can help you out too.
For sure. So in terms of other people's recipes that we have taken and modified and made our own and that we make often, we're going to get into those now. So the first one we want to talk about,
I'm
which
so passionate on this one.
If you've been on the channel and seen some videos, you might have heard us already speak about this. But it is Dr. Gregor's Black Bean Burgers.
Oh, I'm drooling already.
They're so good.
So good.
So good.
And once you get like the routine of making this recipe, it is real easy. Like,
like it might seem a little cumbersome when you first look at the recipe because it looks like a lot of ingredients and it's kind of like put these things in first and then put these things in next. It looks a little bit difficult maybe, or a little time consuming. It's really not a big deal. Once you get into it, it's quite simple and they're so worth it. Like they're just so delicious. We like to make them, cook them up on our griddler, which is amazing. We've also used the barbecue in the summertime.
Yeah, we use a charcoal grill. These patties, they grill so well. Very, very good.
So good. They're our go-to burger recipe.
Yeah,
so good.
Beautiful. Thank you, doctor. So good.
Another game changer recipe was finding a lasagna recipe. Chris particularly.
Like Garfield. I love lasagna.
Yes, he absolutely adores pasta and particularly lasagna.
Yeah.
And so when we found a lasagna recipe that we really enjoyed and really loved, that was an absolute game changer for us. So the recipe we found was the Dr. McDougall lasagna from the Starch Solution. And so we love that recipe. What we've done is to simplify it a little bit and make it a little more cost effective to make.
Yeah.
We use the cheese recipe from Rose from Cheap Lazy Vegan. It uses 1 block of tofu instead of 2 blocks of tofu, and it's just slightly different with the spice combinations. It's just a bit easier. So we use the Cheap Lazy Vegan recipe for the cheese. What's that cheese?
Ricotta. It's a ricotta style cheese.
Yeah, vegan ricotta.
Mixture. Yeah.
And then we use the Dr. McDougall recipe for the actual lasagna with the spinach and how to layer it all in. We use our marinara sauce for the sauce for it.
Yeah, so it's kind of become an amalgam of different people's input, including ours.
And we use the no boil brown rice pasta, and that's worked out really well for us, and we all love it. It's so good.
When I do
we should make some.
Yeah, I know. Just like when I have this, most people when they have a slice of lasagna, you know, it's like 3 to 4 inches squared, right? For me, it's like the size of my face. Like, it's so good. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a delicious one. All of these are delicious.
They're so good. So the next one, we kind of have a differing opinion on.
Yeah, so we found Chuck from Brand New Vegan, and he has some great recipes that we have used. And one of them that I found, which was a really game changer for me personally, was his carrot dog recipe. I absolutely love that recipe. It's so good. We had tried other carrot dog recipes prior that, you know, they were good, but they weren't quite as delicious. So this one I really, really enjoyed, and we've prepared it in a multiple different ways with different sides and different, you know, sometimes in a bun or sometimes just kind of with a grain or with fries or whatever. And it's really yummy.
Yeah, even though Meg and I have different opinions on this particular recipe being a game changer, I really enjoy it too.
Yeah, I think you enjoy it, but I don't think you would classify it as a game changer.
It's not as impactful for me to consider it game changing. It's still delicious. Fair enough. It's very, very good. So definitely a recommend.
Yeah, so while we're talking about Chuck from Brand New Vegan, he also has a tzatziki recipe. And we really, really enjoy that easy tzatziki recipe. It's made with tofu. It also calls for vegan yogurt, but we never have vegan yogurt on hand, so we just omit it and use a slightly less cucumber to sort of compensate a little for it. It works out fine. We love it.
It's super good. And again, you can make it in a pretty large batch. So you get like a big jar full of tzatziki and you just, it's good. It's good. Good. Good move with the tzatziki.
A recipe book that we received fairly early on after going plant-based, and I say received because I'm pretty sure we received it as a gift from my parents or something, was Plant-Powered Families by Drina Burton. Great book, highly recommend. Great for families, obviously. Yeah. And we found some really lovely recipes in there. A couple of standouts. They're both dessert.
Wait, yeah, here comes the sweet tooth, you guys. So if you're a sweet tooth person, Meg is also. So she's going to get super pumped.
So 2 game-changing recipes from that book were the chocolate chia seed pudding and the chocolate sweet potato cake.
Which is amazing. The cake I can get on board with.
Yeah, so the pudding, it was particularly a game changer for me because when I was eating a raw diet for a little while, I would sometimes have that as my sort of dessert at the end of the night. And it was really just a nice thing to have during that time specifically. And we still enjoy it now. And our son loves it too. He's like, pudding.
Dad, can I have pudding?
Can we make pudding?
Yeah. I'm not as much a sweet tooth as my family members are. I'm definitely more the savory type. But this sweet potato chocolate cake that they came out with, my goodness. So
it's good.
As an example, my father, chocoholic to the max. Okay, comes over.
Omnivore.
Yeah, he's omnivorous and he's a chocoholic, like traditional chocolate. Anyway, we had him over. We made this cake. I think it was for a birthday or something. And they wanted the recipe immediately. Like the next day, they're asking for, oh man, that cake.
That was good cake.
That was some solid cake.
I want seconds.
Yeah.
And I would like the recipe.
I'm pretty sure my dad ate 3 slices that day. It's excellent. It's a game changer. And I'm not even a cake person. This is next level. It's very good.
Very delicious. Another recipe book that we really enjoy is the Plant Pure Nation cookbook by Kim Campbell. It's very, very good. A lot of accessible recipes, a lot of variety in there in terms of, dinner, breakfast, all the things.
All the things.
All the things. And one recipe that really stuck out to us, another dessert recipe, another sweet one. This was one that we tried quite early on after going plant-based, and it's continued to be a favorite, is the chocolate chip cookie recipe. And before we found this recipe, we were making a chocolate chip cookie that was vegan, and it had vegan butter in it. And so we were doing that for a while. It had vegan butter and sugar and stuff like that in it, which was a good recipe, but we wanted something a little more wholesome, a little more healthful. Still a treat, still a snack, still something yummy and delicious, but just a little more wholesome and a little more healthful.
Get the oil out of it was a big one.
Yeah. And so this recipe really, really helped us with that. We stopped completely making the other recipe we had been using, and this became our go-to chocolate chip cookie recipe. And we don't use sucanat. It calls for sucanat, and at the time I didn't even know what sucanat was. I had to Google it.
I still don't.
Anyway, so we just substitute some date syrup for the sucanat, which is a sweetener. And it turns out really lovely. It's almost like a cake-like cookie texture. It's really delicious. Really, really yummy.
This whole video is just
making me hungry.
Yeah, it's rough.
I know.
They're really good. And again, we have a young son, and every family, in my opinion, that has kids, they need a solid cookie recipe. And this can be yours. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited looking at this list. The next one is these apple pie squares that Chef AJ created. They're so good.
They're so good. So good. This recipe is in her Secrets to Ultimate Weight Loss book. And this recipe was such a game changer. We really enjoy apple pie, apple crisp, those kinds of things. And it's hard to find those type of things that don't have oil, don't have, refined sugars, and that are somewhat healthful. And this recipe really, really changed.
It checks all the little boxes we like to check.
So good.
And it's the sort of thing
wholesome.
Yeah, I honestly feel like I can eat it anytime too. Like it feels like a treat, almost desserty. But it's also like you can do it breakfast-wise, or you can do it after a meal as a treat or a snack or what. Like it's so versatile in my opinion. It's great.
It's great.
Game changer.
Super yummy. This next recipe is one that we actually use once a week.
Minimum.
Usually. Yeah. Sometimes we use our own recipes that we've developed for pancakes and waffles, but if we're not using our own recipes, this is the only other one that we use usually. And it is Jane and Ann Esselstyn's oat waffle recipe. And I'm not sure if they have the recipe, printable and available, but they have a video of it. So I'll link to that. And that's how I found it, was through their video. And we were really excited to find this recipe because it just is banana and oats and I think some flax and water.
Yeah,
and
maybe
I think
some
that's
vanilla
pretty much
or something. But yeah, it's very, very simple. Even when I'm half asleep on a Saturday morning, I can get through this.
Yeah, it's easy really to whip up. It's delicious. We love it with, a variety of toppings, usually topped with fruit and with maybe a little maple syrup
or that some chocolate date syrup stuff.
I like to make chocolate date syrup. Yeah. And it's really, really yummy. Yummy waffles.
Yeah, that one was a big win. It's like the weekend go-to for us.
Yeah, we use our griddler with the waffle iron.
Yeah, they have the plates. Click in. Yeah, it's
super good.
Great. And super easy.
Yeah.
The next one is where I get really excited again. This is kind of one of my big boys out there. So we talked about the carrot dogs earlier on. This is my preference. So Drudy family, they put out this sausage patty recipe. It is phenomenal. I make it into patties. I make it into sausage cylinders. And when I was mentioning chili dogs, this is what you need to do. You do this recipe, get your little tube of it all grilled up or however you prefer. Slam it into whatever bread product that you like. I like a real bun. I load some chili on top.
Oh, yeah. Delicious. And this was a true game changer in that prior to this recipe, Chris was still purchasing the tofurkey sausages from time to time because he really, really enjoys sausages, right? And so from time to time, those would still eke their way into our household, even though we're typically whole food, plant-based, oil-free. And you haven't purchased
I think it's been over a year for sure now since I purchased. It's been a while. And now I'm at the point where these are just so much, like, they're superior. They're just so much better.
They're so good.
I know what's going into them. I know that I enjoy eating what's in them. They taste so good. Like, mouth-watering again. Like, I almost feel like I need to do something about this. That's how excited I am. Game changer, for sure.
So this isn't a recipe specifically, but this is one recipe book that we really enjoy, that we've tried, I think, most of the recipes from.
I'm pretty sure we've done almost all of them, yeah.
Yeah, and it's our Instant Pot cookbook from High Carb Hannah. I think it's called Epic Vegan Instant Pot Cooking, if I'm not mistaken.
We would show you the book, but it is so well loved that it's kind of rough.
Maybe I'll take a picture. I'll take a picture of it. And
we'll link it for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so after we first got our Instant Pot, I was a little afraid of the Instant Pot, to be honest. I was like, I'm going to explode my kitchen. Like, I'm just going to make a massive mess. It's going to be dangerous, potentially. Like, I was pretty concerned about using the Instant Pot initially. Yeah. So to have a full cookbook that was vegan and healthful, like, that was very helpful to start using the Instant Pot regularly. And there are tons of great recipes in there. There's a pumpkin oat recipe that our son particularly really enjoys. They have a carrot dog recipe which is quite good. There's a one-pot pasta. Yeah. There are a bunch of soups and a chili and refried beans.
And just as, like,
tons of good stuff.
The way it's written, I find entertaining. Like, that
it's pretty funny.
Yeah, the one-pot pasta is called one-pot pasta bra. And it's just goofy little things like that make it more fun.
Makes it fun.
And we now use the Instant Pot multiple times a week, and it's primarily as a result of this book.
Yeah, that kind of got us into it, and now we're really comfortable just developing our own recipes or just throwing stuff in it, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope you found this video helpful. Let us know in the comments below if you've tried any of the recipes that we mentioned, or if you have your own game changer recipes that you'd like to share with us. We are always looking to try new things and test out different recipes and develop our own. So let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, for sure. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We put out a lot of content. And there's a little bell notification. It notifies you when, hey, this particular channel that I subscribe to is putting out something new.
Yay!
Woo! Which is awesome. So definitely appreciate all you guys. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Like this video if you liked it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye!
Bye.